Welcome to Franchise Empires.
Well, I think what's interesting is what I've gathered about horsepower is the shared services model. So recruiting is obviously one kind of shared service that franchisees of any brand get access to. I think I saw something about like a marketing agency. Is there any other like kind of key areas that you guys assist with for any of the franchisees of your brands?
I think we have 7 or 8. So we have a call center. We have a marketing agency. We have an accounting firm. We have a data analytics company. We have a fleet company that helps acquire equipment. So when a franchisee signs, we acquire equipment at our cost and then pass it through once their funding comes in to get them open faster. I'm trying to think of what else we have. That's it, I think. But I'll tell you, the shared services was not the plan out the gate. In franchising, I think less than 5% of brands get beyond 100 active territories.
Yeah.
And we're doing that within a year, sometimes even 6 months. It's very hard for a third-party vendor to maintain that growth with you, because what you're asking them to do is invest in your business prior to our growth as one of your new customers. It just doesn't go over very well. And so a lot of times they're playing catch up with us, which creates this dilution of the franchisees. So for us, we made investments of capital and people into those shared services to allow our franchisees to have a more consistent level of support throughout the life cycle of the brand. Where when we sign a franchisee, we know that they're going to open in within 90 to 150 days. We can start staffing appropriately ahead. And so that's something that we essentially had to do to maintain the direction of the company.
Damn. I mean, it's impressive because it's almost like for one, you have, 8 franchises under horsepower right now. But then with the shared services, what you guys are like operationally taking on, it's a call center. That's a separate company. The recruiting service, as we talk about, it's a separate business. You said data analytics, accounting. So like these are all businesses that you and Josh stood up, or is like for instance, the accounting, is that like an outsourced thing where you just have like a mandatory firm?
Every one of ours we've acquired, started, or merged with the company that we own majority share. So our accounting, our CEO is a CPA, our CFO is a CPA. I think our COOs were actually CFOs at one time. So it was fairly easy for us to build an accounting company. And it's really, I tell our franchisees, for our beef e-commerce business and farm, we pay an accountant more third party than our franchisees do for their businesses.
Yeah.
And so, and that's just, that's a separate thing, obviously, but that's a huge aspect of making sure that you can have a good understanding of your business.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think, we have something I'm doing is helping lead and build Crockett, which is kind of like a financial data aggregation company, but obviously accounting is a big part of it. And so like, I just see it with like some of our clients that we have brands. And there's franchisees out there who don't even really have bookkeepers and they just have no clue what's going on in their business. So the fact that, you guys provide that at an affordable rate is, it's an amazing value add.
Well, I'll tell you, it's in franchising, when you grow a brand, every year you have to collect the financials from the franchisees, and then you decide what's going to go in your item 19.
Yep.
And I can tell you, if you have 50 to 100 locations and you don't have a uniform set of accounting rules or a company, every franchisee's chart of accounts is completely different.
Yeah.
Most of the franchisees I've experienced don't even have completed P&Ls in time. Yep. And so you, as a franchisor, you don't even know how the franchisees are performing from a revenue or a profitability standpoint, and you're never able to get ahead of any of the issues. So one thing as a franchisor, you have to, I don't understand how a franchisor can even operate without that. But then to continue to grow the franchise across the country, it is impossible to have a clean item 19 for a prospective candidate to make a decision on if this is going to be financially right for them without having that back system support. Not to mention, if you can provide it at a lower cost to the franchisees and they can get it themselves, that's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, no, exactly. And everything you're saying are things we've seen at Crockett. You can never be too early, for that with, as a franchisor with making sure your data is set up to be standardized. So as you scale, all those headaches you mentioned don't pop up.
Now, is your toolkit linking to like QuickBooks, or how's it getting the data?
Yeah. So we have an API that works with 15 different accounting vendors. Obviously, QuickBooks is like the core one that we see like 80% of people seem to use. But we're also talking to a few international brands that use exclusively Xero. So that's like probably the second most popular. But yeah, Zoho Books, NetSuite, like if there's bigger franchisees, they might be using NetSuite for the brick and mortar, like multi-unit franchisees. But then we also do point of sale data connections, as well as banking will be live for the end of the year. Because it's like you're mentioning, understanding how your franchisees are doing. The accounting data is great for that, but it's just not updated as often. We're so like a live banking connection, just so the franchisor can know, like, okay, how much runway do some of my franchisees actually have? That's why we decided it was really important to get the banking component too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a newer franchisor, you can't afford. You're not going to be able to go out and afford key people to build your own internal dashboard systems, and you can't afford not to either. So I mean, that's a good service. I mean,
yeah, we're excited, man. We're new. We're only about 6 or 7 months old, but yeah, it's fun to kind of be a part of it.